Hey there. In today's video, I want to talk about irresistible offers. I want to talk about how do you find that thing that you can share with someone to help them get results better, faster, easier, help them get over that hurdle, that obstacle, get through that challenge. What is it that you can provide that's going to give someone a positive result? Whatever that thing is, that needs to be your irresistible offer. It needs to be something that you are knowledgeable enough about that you can speak on it with only a little bit of notice, and you can speak intelligently about it. And most importantly, you can share it with others in a way that it makes sense to them, that you not only understand their problem, but you have the solution. So if you can put all that together in a package, well, there you have your irresistible offer. It's not about what you're passionate about. It's not about that thing that you always wanted to do. It's about how can you help someone get a result. And it's not like a little result. You need to help someone cure a big problem, something that's keeping them up at night, something that they fret about during the day, something that they're thinking about on the highway on the way to work. You need to solve, as my mentor Lamar Tyler likes to say, you need to solve a problem that doesn't require an aspirin, but more likely requires maybe a morphine drip or something more serious. It needs to be a problem that somebody will actually pay you to take out of their hands, that someone will pay you to make this problem go away. When you can come up with that, that, my friends, is your irresistible offer. So that's what we're going to get into today. I'm going to give you a few examples of how I help my clients come up with irresistible offers. And I'm going to tell you my own thought process on how I come up with my offers as well. For those who don't know me, I am Cecelia Faye Morris, also known as the Digital Marketing Maven, and I help business owners make money online using automation, AI, and my jam, which is Facebook. Wherever you are watching me, give me some likes, some love, drop a comment. If it's YouTube, subscribe and click that bell so you get notified when I post a new video. And please share this with someone you know who can benefit from this information. So let's get into the irresistible offer of it all. Let me share a story with you about my client Ingrid. Ingrid is someone who is highly religious and very spiritual. And one of the things that she wanted to do was to teach parents how to help their children, particularly high school kids, keep their faith in secular schools. You know, in typical education, there's a whole lot of stuff going on, there's a whole lot of influences out there. And she wanted to help parents teach their kids how to be true to their values and their faith and their belief in God, in spite of all the influences that are out there. Well, you just can't say, tell your kid, take the Bible with them to school. You've actually got to give them tools, tactics, and strategies that'll help them when these influences present themselves. So what we did with Ingrid was we helped her come up with a download that she could give to the parents who were interested in understanding how to navigate teaching their children how to keep their faith in secular education. And then we upsold that to her membership. So the irresistible offer was the membership into her whole coaching and training program. But what led people to her offer was giving them a download that provided tools and resources that parents can have at the ready to share with their kids. Or there's my client, Miss Deborah and Mr. William. One of the things that they wanted to do was talk about the benefits of liquid vitamins over popping pills, right? So what we did for them was we created a download that just talked about liquid vitamins and how they absorb faster into your system, how they get to where they want to go, versus pills, which goes through your whole system and then land in your stomach and have to dissolve, so forth and so on. And then ultimately, what we did with them was we led them to her Facebook group where she could then introduce them to the company that she was affiliated with that provided the liquid vitamins. So the offer was the liquid vitamin, but we got them there through a download that was educational, as well as a Facebook group where she provided more value to the people who wanted it, which then ultimately led to them buying products from her. Or there's Amy and Brian, another couple that I had the pleasure of coaching with their business, and their thing was liquid collagen. And what they did was, I can't remember what their irresistible offer was, but what they wanted people to buy the liquid collagen through them, through their network marketing company. So we created something for them to share the benefits of having collagen, especially when you get older and you have less and less collagen and your skin isn't as pliable as it was. We created something for people to understand how they lose collagen, the benefits of having collagen, and then leading them to the liquid collagen that they had to offer. So the offer always had a precursor that said, hey, let me get this one thing. And then once you have them on the hook, it led to the next thing. But they all had ideas on what it was they want to offer, right? So then there is me. So how did I come up with this whole concept of the irresistible offer? Well, it wasn't just me. It was through training that I learned how to take my offers and make them irresistible as well. So when I first got started in this internet space, if you haven't heard the story, I was with a network marketing company and I landed with an affiliate marketing company that taught network marketers how to use digital marketing strategies. One of the things they taught us was how to use Facebook ads. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Well, once I got good at doing Facebook ads, not only did I leave the affiliate marketing company, but I also left my network marketing company because Facebook ads were where it's at in my world. And it still is to this day, almost, what is this, 2018? And it's 2026. So, yeah, so here we are 8 years later, and I am still using Facebook and Instagram ads as my primary vehicle to introduce people to me and my irresistible offer. Well, that offer that I had back in 2018 was $397 for 7 days worth of training. What I noticed was is that okay, so people will come to me, but they didn't have an offer. If they did have an offer, then they didn't have a funnel. They didn't have a way to filter people into their offer. And then if they did have an offer and a funnel, they didn't understand how to write compelling copy or email follow-ups to get people to follow them down their own personal yellow brick road. So I took that $397 program and I expanded that into a $2,500 course where I'm putting all of that together. So that was 2018 to 2021. 2021 was where I got a coach that told me how to go from $400 to $2,500, which meant not only did I need less clients, but I could pour more money in, more energy, excuse me, into the clients that I had because I was making more money. So I had the offer, it was Facebook and Instagram ads, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. So what does this mean for you? Well, what I learned from that experience is that every problem that you solve creates a new problem. So if you think about it, when I was like, okay, I'm going to teach you how to do Facebook and Instagram ads. Well, they can't do Instagram and Facebook ads if they don't have a funnel or a means or a mechanism to collect people's information. Okay, so now we need a way to collect information, which means we need not only an email because we need to deliver that, but we also need a thing to capture that information. So that's where I got introduced to ClickFunnels and Aweber, again, 2018. But then once we got them their automation machine as well as their email, it was like, okay, so now we got to create compelling copy. How do we write copy? Copy is the text that you see on any ad. How do you write the copy to get people to take action? So then we had to have copywriting, right? So now I had to build that into it as well. And so when you think about a Facebook ads, anything that comes up in your news feed, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, those are the big three. Your image or video grabs the attention. Your headline gets them even more interested. And your copy, which is the text, is what gets them to take action. So again, we had to have that copywriting piece. So we kept peeling back the layers of the onion until I was able to come up with a comprehensive package that gave them copywriting, that gave them automation with their funnel, and as well as email. Why do you need email? Because only 3% of the people who see your offer for the first time will take you up on it. The other 97% need you to give them a little more love before they make a final decision. So we were able to package that up into a nice, neat package to give to people who want to learn how to use Facebook and Instagram ads. Why Facebook and Instagram ads? Well, whatever ads you're doing, the whole purpose of ads is one, to test your offer to see if there's some interest, and two, to target the people who are actually interested. If you're depending on your social media to organically let the algorithm find the people for you, you're probably going to be spending a lot of time waiting on something to happen because that's not how the algorithm works. It's only when you put some money behind the machine that you're able to get in front of the people who actually want to do business with you. And then AI came on the scene. AI made life so much easier. Why? Because now you don't even think about what you're going to say. You can let AI say it for you, and then you can take what AI gave you and then tweak it and make it work. But you know the crazy thing about AI? I think we're coming on 4 years. 4 years AI is going to be four this year, November. There are people who still don't know how to use it correctly. So now I've taken my $2,500 program and I've expanded it now to include AI. That's why I said I help people make money online using automation, AI, and Facebook. But it all started with a little $400 offer and a 7-day program. So that's what I'm saying. When you think about what it is that you can do and the problem you can solve, think about what your problem does. Does it create a new problem? How can you solve that problem? So I'm going to give you one more example, and that is with my Speaker Event Finder software. When I created the Speaker Event Finder software, it's because me, as a professional speaker, was so overwhelmed by dragging through these websites, trying to find people who are looking for speakers. I'm in like 30 plus Facebook groups that are looking for a guest. I'm trying to do all this outreach. And I was like, oh, there's got to be a better way. And there was. It was the Speaker Event Finder, which I created. The Speaker Event Finder allows people to enter a little bit of their information, and it goes out and does the search for them, and it only brings them events that match their location, their expertise, their audience, and their message, right? Well, what I discovered was there's more than just finding events. How do you properly reach out to the event organizers to let them know that you are the perfect person for their stage? It's not about saying, oh, I'm Cecelia and I teach digital marketing strategies and I know this, this, and this. It's saying, no, Mr. and Mrs. Event Organizer. I understand you're having this event on this topic and your people are dealing with this. I can help your people have a breakthrough because I teach this, this, and this. So, what I did was I took this software that is amazing and I created a custom GPT that now lets you put in the event information, your personal information, and it creates an entire outreach plan for them, right? So, again, I took a big problem, how to find events, and I found another problem, what to say to event organizers, and I solved that problem as well. So I hope this helps you as you're thinking about what your irresistible offer is going to be, or if you're still struggling trying to find your footing, I invite you to join my Magic Marketing Masterclass. Magic stands for Mastering AI Genius in Content Marketing. And it's where I teach you how to use automation, AI, and Facebook to make money online. So that is it for today's video. I hope you have a little bit more clarity on how to come up with your irresistible offer, as well as the peripheral offers that lead to your irresistible offer. And if you want any help putting that together, click somewhere around this video to join my Magic Marketing Masterclass so you can start mastering AI genius in content marketing. Magic marketing for short. Thanks for watching. I am Cecelia Faye Morris, the digital marketing maven. Wherever you're watching, please give me some likes, some love, drop a comment, and if it's YouTube, subscribe and click that bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.